The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests of She's in the Circle are their own and do not represent Lamore Media Versatility, that of any broadcast networks utilized its advertisers or sponsors. All content is subject to copyright and may not be reproduced in any form without prior written consent by Lamore Media Versatility. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests of She's in the Circle are for general public information and entertainment purposes only.
Come on, Diana. I'm coming out. Ooh, those drums, right? And the intro to I'm Coming Out. And coming out, not yet. With them, y'all know everything. With everything. That's all about making that grand entrance.
Right, the grand entrance.
The grand entrance. Yes.
Come on, entrance, marketing
Come
solution. Come on now.
Love that. We didn't even plan it that way. That's good stuff.
I love it when it's
welcome back to
Everybody.
She's in the Circle, episode 12.
Yes.
Ooh.
12.
12, yes.
New year, new season, new episode. Yes, episode 12.
12.
All the things.
12, yes.
12 months in a year. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Full
yes.
circle.
This is about evolution.
It
right?
is.
Right?
Oh, yes.
This episode is called She's Evolving.
She is evolving, hunty. Yes.
And guess what? Guess what? We are going to be wrapping up. This is the wrap up of season 1, guys. Y'all did it. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. This is our last episode of season 1.
Yes.
Season 1. Let me get it right. Season 1. And we're going to be back for season 2. But that's just the podcast, right?
That's just
We're going to talk about all the other amazing things going on.
Going on in the circle.
Right.
Come on in.
Welcome you. Welcome back to
Yes.
She's in the Circle. I'm your co-host, Katrina Carrington, CPA, MBA, business growth coach extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire, hunty. Yes. Talk your talk.
That's right. I
Walk your walk.
do it well. I'm in my zone.
That part.
Y'all. I love what I do.
That
I love
part.
what I do.
And you do it well.
Thank you, ma'am. And speaking of a grand entrance,
Ooh,
the grand entrance, like Diana Ross, how she had to do the opening of the song. Can we talk about this launch of Grand Entrance Marketing Solutions?
Absolutely.
Come on,
So
talk
listen,
about it.
I know who I am. It's your girl, Dejae Williams, with She's in the Circle, and she is. And I am your branding and marketing expert coach, also extraordinaire. And so I am launching a new company. It's called Grand Entrance Marketing Solution.
Gems,
honey.
dropping gems,
Dropping the
gems, like those earrings. Ooh, the gems. Yes,
listen,
come on.
Listen, you see it? Get into it.
Get into it real quick.
Get into it one time. Left side, right side. Left side, left side. Okay. Here we are. And we're back.
Okay, yes. So more about Grand Entrance.
Grand Entrance
What is it
Marketing
all about?
Solution. Oh my gosh. It's about.
Tell the people, ma'am.
Let me take a minute because this is something that's been.
It's been building, right? It's been your evolution.
It
has
is.
been your evolution.
Absolutely.
So welcome, but we're gonna take a moment here.
Come on.
Because I want you to talk about where Gems comes from.
Okay.
Okay, we got Cali girl over here. So tell a little bit about your story about Gems.
So I'm from California, and in California, I had a company called Grand Entrance Mobile Salon. This was it was my labor of love.
Yeah.
I loved the company. I had 5 employees. We would do events. We would do fashion shows. We would do LA Fashion Week. We did some of the.
Can you tell?
I mean, we would do some of the basketball wives. We've been collaborating with that show in the past before too. And so Grand Entrance Mobile Salon was a salon where we actually went out and we did services. We also contracted with apartment complexes, like luxury apartment complexes, to add like a high level evolved experience for their clientele, where we would do, basic hair cutting, pedicures, and things like that. So that was in the Temecula area in Southern California. So once I got married, I sold that business and I put that baby to rest for that time. And I got into some other things. I got into credit, and I also got more deeper into marketing. And I've been doing marketing for years.
Yeah.
For even before I
really good at it too.
Before I even started this
guerrilla marketing too.
Yes.
Though. Guerrilla marketing. That's almost, it's a lost art, because when you think marketing, you think social media, right?
That's what people think
you
now.
think visual, but you also need somebody, you need boots on the ground.
Absolutely.
And that's where those amazing networking skills come in.
Absolutely.
That's why I say she's always operating in her zone. That's your zone of genius.
100%
right?
it is.
And we're gonna talk about where the zone of genius comes from. The Big Leap. That's another book we're gonna cover. Anyway, I digress. I'm back.
All right.
I was there. I'm back again. We're back
with it, right?
I'm back. I'm back.
And we are.
Right.
And so now I really like the name GEMS. I've always liked the name Grand Entrance Mobile Salon. And so after deciding to take this next step to start a marketing company, which is Grand Entrance Marketing Solutions, I was on the phone with my business bestie, going through, this is my sounding board. This is who I talk about all my ideas. And she helps me really hone things, and really bring it home. And you help me with that. And I appreciate that. And Grand Entrance Marketing Solution was made. And so I would talk to you about the mobile salon. And then I was like, we were trying to think of a name because we were like, you know what, Dejae, you need to start a marketing company. And I was like, you know what, I do. I agree, because I love marketing. I love branding. And I've been working with businesses, but I hadn't started my own business doing it just yet. So as we're sitting there going through, I'm like, we're coming up with all these different names. Grand Entrance Mobile Salon came to me. I was like, Gems. And he's like, you like gems? I said, I love gems. I love the, because think about how you can play off of the different words with dropping gems and helping,
that's right.
Your marketing campaign, glow up like the gems that it is. So I said, you know what about Grand Entrance Marketing Solutions? Because for the mobile salon, the tagline was, when you make an entrance, you want to make a grand entrance. Same thing with your marketing.
That's right.
When you make an entrance with your marketing, you want it to be a grand entrance. So what Grand Entrance Marketing Solution encompasses is digital marketing, but also guerrilla marketing and employee engagement, employee training your employees how to level up your company, training your employees on how to upsell, how to have customer relationships, also customer retention. So I will be training employees. I'll have a team that will train employees. Right now, it's just me, but we're building right now. And you're going to walk through this process with me, where I will be training specifically salon owners.
That's right.
So if you have a lash bar, if you have a salon bar, and you really want your staff to come correct. And really, and again, I have experience. I went to Paul Mitchell, one of the best cosmetology schools out there. There are many, but Paul Mitchell, hands down.
Pop the collar.
Come on. That is one of the absolute best, because they don't only train you the past the board, but they also train you about the business aspect and the culture and things like that. So I'm going to incorporate all that I know with Grand Entrance Marketing Solutions. And again, I help just about any type of company, but specifically I'm really looking at helping the salons and eyebrow boutiques and the beauty industry.
And the beauty
because
industry.
I get it. I've been there and I played and I understand. I have the experience. Absolutely.
And she's all about, it's always about the fashion anyway. It's always about the fashion. Listen, this one here is always put together. The lashes are always on point. The hair, the makeup, the everything.
That part.
Right. So, who better than to market to these different businesses than somebody who lives and breathes it, right?
Absolutely.
And that's your jam when it comes to the Canva and all those kind of things. So I love that for you. We just had to have we had a brainstorming session and we just talked it through and going into your goals. Like I mentioned last week about setting goals. And this was something that we had done with the with our brunch, right?
Our brunch dance and learn,
the brunch dance and learn, but discovering your why and your purpose and aligning your business with what you're really good at.
Naturally, right?
What you're naturally good at, what people always compliment you on or say that they admire so much about you. So with the networking, because it's all about relationships when it comes to in marketing, training employees, things like that. It's all about building that relationship with the customer, right?
It is.
And that is something that you do really, really well. And in that beauty industry, whether it be a boutique, whether it be a salon, you're sitting front and center with that customer.
You're client facing.
You are client facing. So you have to naturally be just good with people. You have to be personable, and you have to know the skill. You have to have the skill set, but you have to know the product. You need to know about the company. You need to be able to talk about the why of the company and all those things.
Absolutely.
So training, the business owner knows, and that's where the book we start with why. Remember how the business owner may know the why, but it has to trickle
all the way down
through the company. It has to become part of the culture of that company.
Absolutely.
And so I love what you're going to be doing, which is training the team, training the team on how to do those things. And that's going to be so beneficial to the owners of the business. Y'all book her immediately before she books up, because
I already have some
you
prospects.
got to do it. You got to do it.
Yeah.
That's going to be something that's it's going to help a lot of different businesses, and I can see how that can segue over, like I said, the whole beauty industry.
Oh, absolutely.
Where it comes to makeup and hair, and even the fashion side of it.
Right. And then that's another thing. Without giving too much away. One of the biggest things that I've noticed in the industry is that you have very gifted and talented people, and they might not have a specific skill set as far as marketing and really getting the employee, like not the employee, but getting the customer to like retaining the customer.
Mm-hmm.
And so my approach is very personalized. Mm-hmm. I'm really good at getting people outside of their shell and outside of their box, and giving them a new perspective and way of how to look at things, because there's some bomb boss babes in this industry.
Yes.
And some of you are just very shy. Some of you are just very, you do what you do very well, but you might not have that skill set of how to basically, just go in there and connect with people, right?
Yeah, right.
But you love what you do. So I'm here to help you connect with your clientele, whether you're an individual salon owner, whether you're booker, whether you have multiple employees.
Yeah.
Again, for salon owners and boutiques, I'm here to help you really engage with your customer, because once you connect with your customer, you will have a customer for life. You build that know, like, trust. You will have a customer that will come back, and not only will come back, but will bring other people with them.
Yeah.
So you want that referrals, you want that rapport, but it starts again with the owner. Then, like you said, it does trickle down
and those
into the culture of the company.
And those relationships, when you build those relationships, then that's part of the loyalty, because then people remember how you make them feel. People remember how you make them feel.
Nothing else.
And so if you can create that inviting environment and build those relationships, because that's what's going to differentiate your business from the next.
Right. And I have people who will actually look to spend more money just to get that personalized customer service experience.
Yeah.
Because people are spending their hard-earned money. They want to know that they matter. And why should they spend with you?
It's like Cheers. When you walk in the room where everybody knows your name. And they always start K.
You want to be where you can see the screen. You want to go where everybody knows your name. You know what we're talking about. You feel it. You know what it is.
Right. You know the word. You know the rest. Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat if you know the word.
Put it in the chat.
Don't come us down. We can send for you. Don't tell us. If I didn't send for you,
it's gonna be a song out of everything.
Everything is a song.
I love it. But this is about evolution.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love how you made everything come full circle.
Thank you.
And that really just does that feel good?
It feels great.
It does. I love it.
I love it so good, because I feel like I am operating in my zone of genius, and I feel like I'm also operating in my purpose.
Yes.
And that's what feels the most joyous about it for me.
Love, all the things.
And I love you. Thank you for you always have, listen, y'all, I ain't sharing this one right here, okay, Hunty? This is my business. No, sharing. But you always have the best. I love the way you think. I always say that. I love the way you think and how thorough you are. And I love how we're able to bounce ideas off of each other. And I just want to say I really appreciate you more than you know. Like, I really genuinely, like, you're a real one for sure.
Thank you.
Anything you need, I got you. Anything
you want. You got it.
Hey.
Anything at all. You got it. Baby.
Hey.
You got it.
That part.
Lamar, you know that song? Lamar,
Yeah.
come on, drop some. Come on, Lamar. Just give us a note.
Lamar,
Get us a note from behind the scenes. Let them know what you're working with, Lamar. Come on, let them know. That's how you know somebody's singing in the lip trim.
When Whitney used to
the vibrato.
When
Sound like how the
Whitney
vibrato.
used to trim, I said, "That's all I gotta do." I'm like, "It hurts."
What you? I said, just stop it.
All right, and that ain't it. And that ain't Whitney.
Listen. Okay, so we're talking about
Yes.
evolution in
Yes.
business,
Yes.
and this is what it's all about because the market changes, the economy changes. You know,
Absolutely.
you have to be able to evolve.
Yeah.
And so today, this is the wrap up of season 1, right?
Episode
And
12.
everything. Episode 12.
Well,
Everything that we've done in this season has been about that personal growth in
Yes.
your journey, whether it be personally or professionally. All of this has been
Right.
part of that. So
Mhm.
I feel like this episode is a culmination of all of those things to help you on your journey and to help you to
It is.
evolve into this amazing person
Mhm.
that you're meant to be. That
I
you're
love
meant to
that.
be, right?
Yes.
Because we want everybody has a purpose and we want to see you shine. We want to see you succeed.
Mhm.
Like I said, you have to trust us. You have to trust the process
Yes.
because we are taking you on this journey. And, you know, I just want to say we used to mention it in the first few episodes, but I
Mhm.
want to reiterate,
Mhm.
no, we don't have it all figured out. And I'm not going to sit here on this
So
couch
true.
and pretend like we have it all figured out because when we're going through these books, I'm
Listen.
picking up a lot of gems. I'm picking up
So
things
many.
like, you know, I've been convicted on a lot of these things and have felt like,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
that's something. But
Mhm.
if you are open to it and you're open to change,
Mhm.
then it's only going to make you better, right?
Right.
You
And
know?
growth is not, this is not some, listen, we are very positive individuals. We love life. We love people. We love ourselves. We love our families. We just love, right? Love, God love. And we understand even in this process, it's not easy. This whole
No.
growth process.
Oh, talk about that.
I've
Come
been,
on, talk about
I've been
that.
convicted myself. Like, this is not easy because it makes you look at yourself and you might have an idea of how you move and how you operate and what you think you got going on until you really take the time to sit and look at
Come on,
yourself.
talk about that.
Look
We gotta
at-
talk about that.
Look at what you're doing. Look at how you're showing up in life. Look at, you know, sometimes you may need a break. You might need to pull back and really work on your own personal development versus doing a lot of different things. Sometimes you might need to get in there and get some things done. So you have to really, this is a time for me, I could speak, has been a time of reflection
Yeah.
and a time to really look at, okay, where am I going? What is it that I'm trying to do? Am I in my purpose? Am I in alignment?
Yeah. Right.
Is my life in alignment? Or do I have the right people around me? Do I have the right people in my circle? Is you know, how am I showing up as all of the things, right? A mom, this or that. Like, how am I showing up in the world? And am I really being my best self? Am I putting my best foot forward?
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to kind of scale back to see where you really are and get things in order so you can move forward in a more progressive and productive way.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, again, these books like Never Eat Alone and Atomic Habits and the 10X, like they really
Do the
make
hard
you
things.
do the hard things first. Do the hard things first. It's so hard to do the hard things first
Power of
because,
positive thinking.
yes.
The power of positive thinking.
But let me just go back to do the hard things first because it is so hard to do the hard things first because these are the things that we avoid naturally as human beings. Our brain is conditioned to avoid pain. It's naturally built that way. So you have to kind of work against yourself, so to speak, to push through some of those painful moments and some of the things you have to do to make yourself evolve into a better human being.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. You might have some tears sometimes.
That's right.
You might have a good business bestie you got to cry with.
That's right.
You know, or you might not. You might just have to cry alone sometimes too. But at the end of the day, moving forward and growing and evolving is going to take change. It's going to, like, diamonds are made under pressure. Okay?
Come on.
Diamonds are made under pressure. So once you're under pressure, you know, and you really see what you're made of, that's how you see what you're really made of. When you're really under pressure, you can really see who you really are.
Gems.
And who you really want to be.
Yes.
Who do you want to be?
Right.
You know, and what do you want to become? Because this is your life. We only get one. So this is your time to really evolve, grow. And no, it's not going to be easy, but we're here with you every step of the
Yeah,
way as your
yeah.
business besties. We're here to help you succeed in every aspect of your life
Mhm.
as we're working on our own personal and business success.
Right.
And I love that because this is truly a safe space where you can really say, you know what? I'm not in this alone. There are
Yeah.
people who can relate to me who have gone through things that I've gone through. Because let me tell y'all something real quick. And I'm not going to stay on this too long, but there is absolutely nothing new under the sun. Anything that you're going through right now, guess what? Someone else has gone through that or is going through that.
Mhm.
The only reason why you may feel alone is because you're not communicating. You're not letting people know. And I'm not saying you have to let people know all of your business, but what you do need to know is you need to talk to someone, whether that be a therapist, whether that be a good friend or a parent or whatever, but you need to let people know what's going on in your world. And then you need to start with a plan. You need to work on your mindset and you need to say, okay, well, I see this is not working and I need to go this direction, but this is going to be hard. This is going to take some courage. It's going to take some getting over fear, over anxiety, because listen, all these things, when you're making change, it's not easy. It's scary. It is scary.
And let me just add
as
to
heck.
that. Let me just add to that.
Okay,
And
go
I
ahead.
love everything about what you're saying.
Absolutely.
You're dropping amazing gems, all of these gems, all of that. Just
Listen.
package all of that. I hope you got a rewind.
You got to hear that.
This is those are amazing gems, life gems, right?
Absolutely.
But one of the things that I want to just point out is entrepreneurship will bring out all of those. Let me say this: if you're not working on yourself,
Yes.
and you go into business,
Yes.
whatever insecurities you had, whatever things that you did not work on in your business,
Gems.
I mean, on yourself rather, they will manifest themselves in your business. It is a personal thing. I know very few people who are able to
Absolutely.
separate the two.
Absolutely.
So if you're on this journey of entrepreneurship and there are things that you need to work on internally, please work on those things. Either get a therapist that you can talk through, whatever those, if you've gone through any kind of trauma in your life or anything that because I'm not a therapist, right?
Right.
We've lived life and we have experienced some things, and we are business owners. And I can tell you that from my experience and from, just dealing with other people, those insecurities pop up in your business. They will pop up.
Absolutely.
For example, if somebody is not purchasing from you, sometimes it can feel like, well, people don't want me.
Right.
As opposed to maybe that particular product that you have is just, maybe there's no demand for that particular thing, right? It's not you. It might be.
Or maybe your marketing is off.
Or maybe it's not, maybe you're not reaching your target audience, but it's so personal when it comes to business and entrepreneurship. And I'll take that even into a 9 to 5. If you're not working on yourself, if you have an employer and you're not working on yourself, you can project so many different things because you've not done the work on yourself. Right. So that is something that you have to get the help that you need, whether it be talking to a therapist, whether it be just reading through some books, whether it be talking to, trusted people in your life that will help you to see yourself.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's another thing. So there's something called the Amen Choir, and there's something called the people who are really, which is why I think a therapist is really, really good, because the people who love you and care for you, they're going to rock for you. But you also have to have people who love you and care for you, but will tell you the truth. You don't need people. You don't need yes people, because yes people will agree with everything that you're saying, and
getting nowhere.
And you're not getting nowhere quick. You're thinking, oh my gosh, this person is elevating me. They're uplifting me because they're agreeing. But here's the thing. A real friend's going to tell you the truth. A real friend's going to say, listen, now, I love you, but what you're doing is wrong. That's a real friend. A real friend is not going to go along to get along. So you have to understand that if you have everybody in your circle that's telling you yes and everything you do is okay, and that you might need I wouldn't say to let that person go necessarily, but you might need to talk to someone who's going to really say, wait, listen, I care about you and I love you, but you're messing up. That's
and
not
being
right.
transparent.
And being transparent.
You have to be transparent, and you have to be honest about what you're going through.
Correct.
And sometimes people don't want to overstep.
Right.
So, you have to let people in your life know, hey, if you're looking for
looking
advice,
for that, right.
You might need a sounding board. or you might need some advice. And so let the people that are in your circle that know and love and care about you, let them know if that's what you're looking for, and then be honest and be open. When somebody is telling you about yourself, you may not see it.
Right.
You know, you may not see yourself, may not realize how you're coming across, or, you know, you might be off. You're thinking maybe off. And so getting another perspective, you know, it's one thing to trust yourself and intuition and, you know, all of those things, but, and discernment, and I'm not going to, discernment as well, having those things, but you have to see yourself. And if you can't, and you're finding that in all of these different aspects of your life, all these things are just kind of falling apart, and you might need to look and see if you're the common denominator in the equation.
Right. And you know, that is so true.
I was about to get my calculator.
Oh, go on. Okay. I'm like, there's 2 plus 2. No, anyway. Right.
Sometimes you might be the common denominator.
That is true.
Right.
That is true.
You have to be careful about that. So, like I said, I can only speak for myself, and I'm doing the work for myself as well.
Right.
And being open and honest. You know, if something is not working out, you got to be open. You got to be willing to hear what the truth is. Correct. You have to be willing to hear the truth. And so that's something that I've always worked on is, you know, that self-development, because I know that I'm not perfect, and I know that there's always there could be a better way of doing things. Absolutely. I'm all about efficiency. You know, how can I do things better, faster? How can I be a better person? What can I do to work on me? And so that's just something that I think that's really helped me. And so it might help you as well. Yeah. You know,
and just to add one more thing to that too, is that, so if you find yourself, because here's the thing, folks, if you find yourself where you feel like you have no fault, where you feel like everything you do is right, you're in a dangerous spot, because you're not allowing yourself to see yourself. When you think that you have not had any play in any aspect of your life, and you're doing all the things, you're working, you're doing
everybody else's fault.
It's everybody else's fault, but yours.
Excuses. Yeah.
Not taking accountability for yourself and for your life really disempowers you. It turns you into a victim. So if you're in a victim mode, in a survival mode, people are not seeing you for your best self. They're not seeing you for who you really are, because you have now put yourself into everything else around me affects my life and affects my circumstances, but not me. So now you have no control. So it's time to take back your control. It's time to say, you know what? All these things maybe fall into the wayside, but you know what? I'm going to take control. I'm going to take accountability for that, right? And I'm going to work on me. So, and sometimes in life we can be so busy, we don't have time to work on ourselves. No, you have to work on yourself.
You have to.
Because when you don't work on yourself, and you are encountering other people, and you're trying to do, whether you're trying to start a business or build wealth,
you do whatever,
you're not going to attract the right people, because you haven't done the work on yourself first. That has to happen. You have to make time to work on yourself, and working on yourself can look like self-care. It can look like all these different things, but really peeling back the layers of who you are as a person. How did you get to this place, you know, and where do you want to go? Because eventually there's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to face some truths, you know, whether you want to or not. And that's your choice, you know, whether you want to or not. But the sooner you do it, I just feel like the better your life will be, because now you're getting all the mud and all the things that you might have been taught or raised with, all those things that, you know, we've grown up with, all those little things that they don't serve us. All those ideologies and ideas about this is how life is, not black and white. Let's just say that, okay? So you really have to work on yourself and understand who you are as a person, and understand, you know what? These are some things about me that I'm looking at, that I see that I don't like now, that I have to change. Now, in changing these things, it's going to better my life. It's going to better my relationships, right? But it first starts with you. You are the common denominator of your own life. If things are not going the way you would like, and I'm not saying everything is going to go rosy all the time, but for the most part, we all can have the life that we want. How bad do we want it? And when we get the life that we want, I feel like God is like, okay, you know what? Not only have you done the hard work, but you've done the inner work, which is the hardest thing. sometimes we're working so much externally, but that inner work
Mm.
is what's really going to change the dynamics of your life
Right.
and of your business.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it spills into other aspects of
Sure
your life.
does. It spills
So-
into everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So change. That's part
Change.
of it. Embracing change.
Embracing
right?
change, yeah.
Embracing the change that's going to come your way. That's going to only help you to get better.
And it's
being
not going
open
to be
to it.
easy.
Yeah.
It's not going to be
Mhm.
easy, but you can do it.
Absolutely.
And it'll be worth it. Do
Yeah.
it.
Do the hard.
Do the hard things first.
Yeah, do the hard things. Not just those chores, but the hard things is the work on
The
yourself.
inner work. Right.
Yeah, that's the hard thing.
That's the good stuff right there.
That's the good stuff right there. Those are the gems. That is the hard thing. And once you can do that and realize and see yourself and then be able to identify, you may not be completely healed from those things, but
Right.
to be able to know what your triggers are
Oh, I
and be
love
able
that.
to, you when you see something going in a certain direction that you may have been triggered in the past about, going in a different direction, seeing what it really is, and then
Right.
knowing how to process and work your way through that in a positive way. But you have to know what your triggers are.
Right.
If
Right.
you don't know your triggers, then you're just around here walking. You're just a ticking time bomb. Ticking time bomb. Boom.
Right.
And you just blowing up everybody around you. You don't realize it. You don't
Right.
even realize that that's
Right.
happening. So yeah, definitely.
And that's another
working
thing
on
too.
yourself.
Like in business, in life, like the things we do affect those around us.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to do this for you, do it for the people that you love.
Mhm.
Like everybody's why is going to be differently. I say do it for you initially, but in all that you do no harm.
Mm.
In all that you do, because you can grow, you can change without doing any harm to anyone else,
Yeah.
and without doing any harm anyone to yourself. So be sure to, reach out to someone you can speak to.
Mhm.
A good
Yeah.
therapist, listen, Hati, will change your
Yeah.
life. Let me tell you.
Come on.
And she
Yeah,
knows.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And if you're in a dark place, definitely make sure you reach out to somebody. Because sometimes you may want to get yourself out of a dark place, but you don't
Right.
know how to.
Right.
So that's where you have to get the help. You have to
Absolutely.
get outside of your own head. Get outside of your head.
Right.
But yeah, everything, it definitely spills over into the business world. So if you're finding you're struggling with certain things with business, or you're struggling with certain things on your job, and it always seems to, affect or be, you're in the middle of all those things, then you might have to do some work. You may have to talk to somebody and figure out what's really going on, and just, face whatever those truths are, and be open to embracing the change. And like you said, it's a hard thing to do, because
It
when you
is.
see yourself, it could be a hard pill to swallow. But once you do the work, now you're on this trajectory for
Oh my
success.
gosh.
And that's
It's like
a
getting over
beautiful
the
thing.
hill. You have to climb up the
It's a
hill to get
beautiful
over
thing.
it.
That could
Absolutely.
be a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're talking about all of this because, and one of the things too, during the brunch, we had discussions about these things as well.
Yes,
And like
we
I
did.
said,
It's beautiful.
women, just people, I'm not going to just say women, because
Right.
in business, you do take these things personally. You take, whether your business is successful or it's not, you take this personally, and you got to
It's your baby.
It is your baby, but you got to get past that, because
Yeah.
there's some tools, there's things that might be going on in the world where you might have to pivot. You may have to pivot in your business. So, that's one of the things as part of embracing change. You have to be open to, hey, is this working in my business? If you've done all the work for yourself and then something is still not working in your business, okay,
that's
you got to
good.
do the research in the market and find out, hey, is this the path that whatever industry you're on, is this the
good.
path, or is this the way that the industry is moving? I'm going to give you an example of it. I own a boutique. I own a brick and mortar boutique in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Come on.
And I've owned that boutique since 2020. I've been through a pandemic, been through some ownership changes. I've been through this economy. And, I've done everything that I could for that brick and mortar to keep it going. And honestly, I would say it was probably more of a personal thing. At some point,
Right.
it became personal for me that, no, I got to keep this thing going, right?
Right.
And I was blind to seeing which way was the market going? What was the industry saying?
Mhm.
What was the demand? And if anybody, as you know, retail is all about online.
Yeah.
People may want to have access to come into your store and try things on, but that's not the majority. And when you have overhead, when you have rent that you have to pay, and you have employees that you have to pay, and you have inventory. Inventory in retail,
right?
Inventory ain't where it's at. I'm here to tell you.
Not in 2023, at least.
Not in the 21st century.
That part, yeah.
You better have minimal inventory because your cash will get tied up in that daggone inventory. So you have to look at what's happening in your industry. And the retail industry is saying, go online.
Yeah.
Right? And so I was holding on to a brick and mortar for the wrong reasons. And I finally had to say, you know what? The brick and mortar is not working. Let me pivot my market to the online, and those resources that I'm spending on rent, on payroll, on buying inventory. Now I can take that money and I can put it into advertising online, reaching a bigger market, getting it out there to the masses, embracing drop shipping, embracing the technology. There's so much technology out there, but if my eyes are closed to it, because it's so personal, then how can I be open? And now I'm hurting myself because I'm, this is not working and I'm trying to make something work. So it's not, you have to realize that it's not giving up on your business, it's being smart about your business.
There we go. Yes.
Right? And so the brick and mortar, I had to make a decision to close it. I'm closing it. I prayed about it. I talked to my husband about it. He said, let's do it. We're closing it.
Okay.
And we're going to exclusively online. And I'm totally okay with that because I know it's the right thing to do. And I had to remove the personal.
Yes.
I had to take off that personal lens. It's not personal. If people are not shopping in your store, it's not personal. This is the way that the market is going.
It's not personal. It's business.
It's business.
It's business.
Y'all know you've been shopping online?
Right. Y'all think y'all been on Amazon.com?
How you been on Amazon?
Y'all been on Amazon. Exactly. You don't even go grocery shopping no more.
Everything is so convenient. It's all about, the convenience because you have.
And I love that.
It's the time.
I love that it's convenient.
It's about time. And so that's just an example. And I'm being transparent and vulnerable with you all
and
because
thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, it's not personal. And I'm saying that I'm sharing this because Shein. Is it Shein? Shein. Y'all know y'all been shopping on there.
Oh yeah, Tebow too.
Y'all been shopping on there, child. Listen, but I'm gonna tell you one thing.
What's that?
You do have to support the local businesses.
Absolutely.
Because these are the businesses that are giving back to the community. These are the businesses that are paying sales taxes in your community. Those sales taxes go to paying the police and paying the school system and all of the things that we benefit from living in a city. You have to support the local businesses. So balance all of that. Okay. Right. But yeah, I mean, that's just something that we have to do in business, and it's okay. And you have to be okay with that.
Right.
And you have to be okay with pivoting in your business. Look and see, make sure you do the research, find out where the market is going. Where is it leading? Where's the demand? It could be, you may have the wrong product that you're selling. It could be your pricing. It could be it could be your marketing. You might not be, it could be your target audience.
That part,
there's so much that goes into it, but just try not to take it personally. Remove that personal lens from it and say, you know what, business wise, what should I be doing? And talk to a professional. Get the help that you need. If you don't know how to get yourself out of it, just like we're saying, if you're working on something and it's not working inside, talk to a therapist. You might have to talk to a business coach. You might have to talk to somebody that's been through some stuff.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, but talk
about it because, like I said, the street cred is real, y'all. It's real.
The street cred
is real in these streets, and I can tell you what to do and what not to do.
That part,
and I can tell you how to scale your business and how to get to them seven figures. Okay, those 6 and 7 figures.
Let's go.
That part, I can tell you all of that. So just try not to take those things personally and be okay. Embrace the change. Embrace where things are going, and once you do, then that's where you're going to put yourself on the trajectory to soar.
Ooh,
that's where the magic is going to happen.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about pivoting. We talked about embracing the change. The mindset. We also talked about the mindset, right?
Yeah. Well, we need to talk about that. Yeah. Because we talked about it in previous episodes. And so mindset is so important for so many different reasons because wherever the mind goes, everything else flows.
Yeah.
So where your mind's at, you really want to understand, okay, listen, if you're just focused on what's going wrong in your business, if you're just focused on, what went wrong and why you can't move forward, you're not going to ever be able to move forward. So everything's, we talk about the mind so much because that is so important. That's where everything starts at. So it's like getting your mind together.
So powerful.
It's so powerful. It is. And again, we're predispositioned to pleasure. Our mind always looking for like the most pleasurable thing and, the easiest way out. So you have to really condition yourself to say, you know what? You have to train your brain to go through some things and to come out the other side of those, of whatever it is you're going through in your business or in your personal life. Because once you do that, you get a little bit more confidence. Okay, so that didn't kill me. Let me keep going, right? So same thing in business. Like when your mind is focused and clear and everything is decluttered. I mean, when I say decluttered, I mean your space needs to be decluttered because your space will show you where your mind's at, right? So when everything is decluttered, everything is clear, you have time to sit down. And I encourage journaling. Yeah. Because journaling helps so. I love to journal. Yeah. I wasn't a journaler before. I love to journal because you get all your thoughts, you get all your ideas out. Then you get to go back and say, okay, well, I felt like that yesterday, but today I feel like this. And I see where that thought process yesterday is not going to help me for my future. So you really see yourself when you journal. So having that journal, talking to a therapist, talking to a professional, talking to a mentor about your business, talking to someone because anyone who's successful in business, they have failed so many times.
And you don't hear about the failures.
You don't hear about
all you hear about is the successes.
Right.
You don't hear about, how many times somebody failed. Jeff Bezos, you don't hear about
Cardone's, all those
all you hear about is now they're billionaires, right?
Right, but they had to go through something. All they did.
And that's where they got the grit and became even more scrappier.
Exactly.
Right? And so that's where we have to get tougher skin.
Oh yeah.
Stop taking everything personally. Get scrappy. This didn't work. All right, let's pivot. Let's try this next thing.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. Don't look at it as a failure. Look at it as I'm being smart. This is what I need to do to save my business. And that is okay.
And that's part of life is learning lessons.
Right.
So it's not like you failed. It's like, no, there was a lesson to be learned. And let me tell you, truth be told, if you don't learn that lesson, you're going to encounter it again. It's going to come back again. So you can't run. You can't hide.
And again. And again.
No, you have to face it head on and do the right thing and do the hard things first. That's the key thing. Do the hard things first. So that way, when you come across this again, you're like, I'm not even going to go down that route. I'm not even going to do any of that because, oh, shoot, hold on, wait a minute. Right in the middle of the conversation. Hey. Oh, it's God. God's back. Hey, God. God is good. Oh, all the time. Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, okay. We were just talking about that. We're in alignment. We're in alignment. Okay. I'll let them know.
Oh, did you see the time was 4:44?
Oh, that's a great number.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Amen. All right. Bye-bye. Love you too. Bye. So God is telling me to tell y'all something. Can I just tell people God
did
real quick?
What did he say?
God said, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thine are with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me.
Come on.
So you're not alone. Now, you might be alone, but guess what? You're not lonely because lonely is different. Sometimes you have to be by yourself, but you have to know that God is always with you. God has a plan for your life. God has predestined you for such a time as this. So whatever's going on in your business life, whatever's going on in your personal life, God say, I'm here.
I got you.
Lean on me. Talk to me. Let me lead and guide you. So that way,
times in our lives, we all have pain.
We all have sorrow. But if we are wise,
right now, Lamar, he's cringing.
We know that there's always tomorrow.
Come on, Lamar.
We know me.
Hey, come on, y'all know it.
When you're not strong.
In the chat. What's the next verse?
I'll be your friend.
Gave it to y'all ready?
I help you carry on. Leave no me forward. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on us. We need a way. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand.
Get in a circle.
We all need somebody to lean on.
Come on.
Come on.
Next one. Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Stop. It drops. Yes.
All right. So let's talk about what's next for She's in the Circle.
Our book club.
That's right. So just don't get it twisted, y'all. The podcast season 1 is coming to an end, and we are going to be back for season 2 in January. We are wrapping up for the fall. We got some things that we need to take care of. However, the Facebook group is going to be on and popping. Yes. Okay. So we are announcing our book club. All right. And this in that Facebook group, which is called She's Wise and Wealthy. She is wise and wealthy. You are she is wise and wealthy. Yes. We're trying to get 6-7 figures. Keep going. Don't
stop.
Come on, because you can do it. You can do it.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be going back and covering some of these books in greater detail because we want to take you on this journey with us.
Right.
But at the same time, we have some other amazing things that are going to be going on. You got to get in the group. You need to get in the Facebook group, okay? Because that's where all of the magic is going to be happening.
All the growth and evolution is going to happen.
And that's where it is a safe space, okay? Mm-hmm. That is a private group where we can share, where we can encourage, empower each other. We want to hear about your wins. We want to hear about where you might be having some challenges and how we can help. Okay. This is a community of women, supportive women who are there to help build and empower you on this journey. Okay. So get into the group. She's Wise and Wealthy. We're covering these books, y'all. We're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
We're going to close out 2023 with a bang. That part. And we are going to soar into 2024. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready?
Are y'all ready? Y'all better get ready.
What TDJ said?
Get ready.
Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, we have work to do. Ladies.
We do.
Ladies.
Listen.
Y'all, we have work to do. You can do it. We believe in you. We believe in you, and we're going to get it done.
Absolutely.
Right?
So, like, the party was on YouTube, and it'll be on YouTube after January, but right now the party's going to be...
come back. But let's talk about YouTube because we still have our 10X challenge going on.
Oh, we still do.
10X is still going on, guys. Yes. All right, we're going to keep carrying that on through the month of September. Then we're going to announce our winner. Get in that group because where's it going to happen? Drum roll. In the Facebook group. See us there. See us in the Facebook group, okay? The 10X challenge. Did y'all hear about it? Tell them about the 10X challenge.
So 10X challenge, get 10 of your people to screenshot once they subscribe to the She's in a Circle YouTube page. And you will send those screenshots to our email at she'sinacircle@gmail.com.
That's right.
And that will enter you in a drawing. The reason why you want to get entered into that drawing is because you have the opportunity to win $250.
Make it rain.
Okay. You can have whatever you want to do. If you want to start a business, you want to have a logo made, whatever you want to do.
You can do some Christmas shopping.
You can do that.
You can get a massage.
Nails done.
Just take care of it. Whatever you want to do. It's your money, honey. Do what you want to do with your $250, okay?
And so the cool thing about that is the more people you have,
for every 10,
you have
another drawing.
Another opportunity to win.
Get 10, drawing. 10, don't forget your screenshot. Send it to she'sinacircle@gmail.com. 10. This is our 10X challenge, okay?
Yes,
all right, so I'm so excited. Season 1 has been phenomenal. And thank you, ma'am, for being on this journey with me.
Of course, thank you.
Right? This has been phenomenal. And thank you all for being on this journey with us. Wow. This has been just such a blessing.
It has
been such a blessing. And I
many
look
ways.
Forward. Every time we're coming to record, I look forward to this. I look forward to doing this with you. I enjoy watching this with you all, watching the episodes, commenting on the episodes, just being on this journey with you all, and continue to share with us because that's fueling this passion that we have to do more, and we want to do more.
We do want to do more.
And I just want to see. I want to hear the success stories. I can't wait to hear the success stories about how you made it through. Okay, share that. All right, that's gonna be inspiration to somebody else. Share your story. Okay,
and you can still go back and watch our YouTube episodes. You know, you can go ahead and watch all the episodes and watch them as many times as you need to. But the book club is gonna make sure you follow us on YouTube too. Make sure you also like and subscribe. But the book club is really gonna help you get more into detail with the books and really take you on that personal journey.
Down and dirty.
We about to
do this work. We're going to do the work.
Absolutely. We're going to get it done before the new year.
Come on.
So let's do it.
Yes, 10X. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being the friend.
Oh, Lord.
Around the world and back again. My heart is true.
I can't leave it
You're
right
all
now.
found in a
Confidant.
And if you
Dun, dun, dun.
and if you threw a party,
And then my little everybody.
then you feel
Do-do-do-do-do.
you would see
Yeah.
from you to me. And a heart attached would say, thank you for being a friend. We love you guys.
Thank you for joining the She's in the Circle podcast. See you on all our social media platforms for more empowering episodes and contagious laughter. Follow us for useful business tips, subscribe to access valuable gems, and wealth-building tips that will ignite your success.
Join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for exciting conversations and stay in the loop with your business besties.
At Lawnmower Media Versatility, we aim to provide comprehensive solutions to our clients. We have a team of experienced professionals who can help you with every aspect of your media needs. From documentation and marketing to promotion and more, we provide our clients with top-notch quality services. We understand that each client is unique and has specific needs. That's why our team works closely with you to understand your company and event goals and objectives. We are committed to providing the highest quality services in media and strive to exceed our clients' expectations. Our team is passionate about helping you reach your goals and making sure you get the best experience and results. If you're looking for a reliable business to help you with all your media needs, look no further than Lawnmower Media Versatility. Contact us today to get started at 252-497-3817 or at www.lamour-photos.com.